Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Sun Devils will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's talk about Alabama. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof.
Looking deep. Finds a spot in the middle. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Ben.
Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone. A gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Russell. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown Tide. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. I can't imagine that going any better.
What a great start for this offense. Opening drive, come out, have success. You know, most offensive coordinators script their first 5 to 10 plays. Looks like that script worked pretty well.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Snagged in the middle, it's Hamilton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Hamilton. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Looking to pass, it's Sims. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a the turnover. Trying to take it back. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Quick completion on the out route. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18. Let's talk about Alabama. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there, this guy should be an impact player day one.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the tailback. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Quarterback on the keeper. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Alabama trying to convert this fourth down. Quarterback making checks. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability to stop him to run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Got a man, it's Moss. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Start this drive at their own 48. To the ground with the back. On his feet at the 40. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great back.
Oh, he's got some space. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. That one comes out hot down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown! himself with a pick six.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lets it fly. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
Red pass, it's complete. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, it's Sims. Dumps it to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Udo.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the D.
He's got an open man. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Sun Devils line it up with a first and goal. Looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Russell. Got him downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense making a huge play, but there are penalty markers out. Let's sort it out. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Takes a handoff. It's Young. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Alabama pushing the tempo. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker, it's Williams. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
He's got it. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's going to run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. You could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Russell. Release to the back. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. They want to throw it. He'll take a shot. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it in the middle, it's Moss. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But
turning it on. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. We're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
He'll do it himself. And it's loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He's loose. Touchdown, Arizona State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 4 over Pittsburgh. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Back to pass, it's Russell. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Young. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. The offense changing the play. Going to swing it on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's caught inside the 30. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make the play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They're dealing with a second and long. Rides the back on the option, the give. Pass to sticks him still on his feet. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Oh, they're after him! And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they hoped for. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Snagged out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice game.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Russell. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here.
Smart decision. It's 3rd and short in the red zone. It's not there. You throw it away, and now you put it on your head coach. You want to go for this? On 4th, or are we kicking a field goal?
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And as he throws, ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off, and man, could they have used that. It'll be second down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Working that left side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. The inside handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. He's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on him.
To throw, it's Sims. Makes the catch, it's Tyson. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuff, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Now improvising. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this team needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Looking for a man. It's Sims. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. From the gun. Give on the inside.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Back to pass on second down. With the catch, it's Hamilton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Backed up now here, 2nd and long. Finding open areas. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Handoff to the lone back. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking for a man. It's Sims. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ballgame, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Lowers those pads. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Udo. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Touchdown, Sun Devils! Quick strike through the air for the score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Takes the handoff. It's Young. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off play action. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled. Deliver the football, and now they face third down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Starting to feel a little pressure. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the fourth quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the hands because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Dropping back, it's Sims. Finds his big tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Moss. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got a lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He gets enough for the first down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Motion from the wideout. On the direct snap, it's Udo. He'll take it himself. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Sims. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. There he goes. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Tight end now in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Enormous play coming right here. 3rd down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. Still on his feet. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Well, obviously, this game has not been the best statistically of this guy's career so far, but the important thing is you win. And to do that, they need him to play really well here in the 4th quarter. They're going to keep giving him the football with the lead in this juncture, and this is where he needs to have his best runs of the game.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Udo. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.